many times. I believe, according to the statistics you have provided me, a 25% win rate after playing it 4 times, and on the side of big Equipa, they've actually played it 5 times and won 4. So that's a quite big difference in how well these two teams have been playing the map in the previous, well, in the past. Over in the other match of today, Nippas actually won against No Fear 5. Second map went in favor of NIP 60-9. So that's a clean 2-0. Congratulations to NIP.
And already a bit of a close affair here over on the B bomb site. Now Big do have a shot planting the bomb, and that should keep MVP out for now on the back of that flashbang. Just waiting for the rest to group up here, and there is actually still a flash in the hands of Menka. Will throw that out, but Menka actually goes down, and that leaves none of them alive. Big win the pistol. They've been actually pretty smooth on those pistols, winning quite the majority here. And right as it matters to have a nice early start going your way, Big take it.
Yeah, good start to this map. MVP, I do believe they won the 9th round, deciding to start on the CT side. But for big Equipa, it might be favorable for them that they get to run around a little bit and get the aim going. We saw them so strong in their T side on earlier occasions. And had a little bit of an info play there. Aggressive push from MVP into lower tunnels and out towards top mid. Gonna be a big fight here. D7 gets taken out, and now it's dangerous there. So on the scout, 3 positions down towards that pit. Gonna be a lot easier. Have the backup of her teammate Mariam. Mariam only good for 1. That flash is brilliant. But in the meanwhile, Imama is pushing up on that towards Catwalk, and it's all down to Mariam. Tries to go for the jumping shots there, and she cannot do it. Also Kit here on Krasi. We are tied up here. All the back of that very aggressive play there up towards middle. D7 gets a little bit caught off guard, I would say. Wonder if she was not prepared for it. Makes you think.
Yeah, and I actually think as well, the push that came for long was nicely done. They used the utility, and they were actually waiting out the couple of flashes that were thrown by Big in order to still maintain the advantage. It was a good initial fight back, but already too much damage dealt. And with that, MVP are able to come up top. Now, look at this though. They're gonna be going so aggressive.
What? Oh, they take
why?
The though.
I'm just wondering why you would push this when you know Big are not going to be having a very great buy. Maybe you're very confident, but look at the amount of damage dealt.
Yeah, but you wanna... well, perhaps you want to surprise them a little bit, but they only had an SMG, I guess. And then you have the backup of two teammates in upper tunnels there, who is ready to strike. Can give a little bit of false sense of security when you find one of the players towards that area. Now, though, oh, look at this. They're gonna try to fake out MVP. Jenny, she has rotated all the way around from long. We're gonna see Ida throw a couple of smokes here, but look at this Fatal and the Monka. They are still waiting here. They haven't moved a millimeter. Oh, but Jenny, she is actually managing to respond there. Finds 2 quick one. Now it's all down to Imama. All alone here. Safe plant there from Jenny. That can be round winning. Where is her teammate?
Oh no!
Jenny, she's playing for time. And she gets the final frag there as well.
That was a bit of a dance around the box. I wasn't expecting her to be winning that at all, that low health, but nicely done by Big. And I am still
nicely done by Jenny.
Yes, but I'm still so lost as to why MVP decided to be pushing into this sort of half buy that that Big were having. And again, you know, they were up 4v2. What did they do? They push again. And they landed a 2v1 eventually because of that. The money, again, not too great for Big as well as MVP, because of all that forcing. It looks a little bit rough on both ends, actually. MVP do strike back with the 2-player advantage.
But they're gonna be posted up. Finds the shoulder of Ida, is now tagged down to 31 HP. This is something that can be there. Also, they're getting this long control for free every round. MVP, they're rather up to remain to have control of mid and short. Now, little bit of a fake coming in here. I'm Mama. Jenny once again, but are they gonna expect that Krasi is so close here? Krasi, this is a brilliant timing, but she cannot connect the shots.
Oh,
Marta, on the other hand, she delivers.
It's so rough how again. I mean, we do have, of course, now a very close affair. But it's so. Oh man, the initial push as well. It was just being helped very, very well, and eventually the last kills there as well from the window. Just nicely played by MVP. So they hold on in the moments where perhaps you least expect it. So with that, 2v2 pulls out on the score. Aim and Mama is pushed heavily, but taken out with a flashbang. The utility seems to be solid. And Cressy, though, it doesn't matter. She tries to hang on, but again, the pistols, look at the damage.
Oh, that is so much damage, and I thought that this was the perfect strategic decision from MVP. They've been giving up the long control basically for free every single round, but Monka, she can be the joker. Did Mariam spot her there? I think that must surely have been seen on the minimap, because look how cautious they are here in towards T-spawn. And this has worked out brilliantly. Both the MVP players, Monka and Fatal, they have made their way over towards the B bomb site. And let me tell you, it is, as for now, the wrong bomb site. Can't be 100% certain that there's no CT players waiting for them as they're going to cross over to the side. Sam actually takes a very aggressive position, perhaps a bit too aggressive. Exit down now to 2 versus 2. Big, they've lost that bomb and advantage. And Ida and Marian, they're both so low. Banka has a nade, has a smoke, has a mollo, and she has the aim to bring the pain.
And again, this, I mean, the scary thing here is that the pistols of Big were able to do so much damage again. The economy is kept low on the MVP side. Now, do you have to say that Dust2 is, I think, maybe one of the most 50-50 maps upon the board at the moment? So it's not too strange that we're seeing an affair like this, but it's pretty funny with how close Big can actually make it on the pistols. Perhaps, you know, now with pistols having to come out again, who knows what they are able to do.
Yeah, of course. Monka is gonna get a lot of damage. Ah, not so much damage done as it bounced and just hit that corner of the wall. Once again, look at this very aggressive peek out here from Mama. Able to secure 2, and she has Potya right next to her. Potya's gonna get pushed. Oh, she hits 1. She has Fatal. They're all ready here on defending mid, because that's where they have put the majority of their players in most of their rounds. And I can kind of understand that as well. Have a little bit of a replay here, how it does go down once you try to deny that early long control. If you can't make it work, you might as well not do it at all. There's a lot of utility that you have to use in order to successfully do contest long, or that early long control.
Yeah.
You have to have a mollo inside cave. You have to throw a mollo behind the blue bin. So already, that's with a lot of flashes. Gonna have to smoke things off eventually, and of course that also means that you're kind of spreading out the defense on towards the A side, quite thin, long rotations for a potential B hit and mid plays, mid to B splits, for example. So once again, see this short setup from MVP, and they're not even satisfied with simply holding short. They want to be all the way up top mid, have a little bit of a presence there. The question is when Mama is going to strike.
Oh, there's a good initial couple of taps. Now Poche able to strike it. Cressy luckily as well. I thought for a second it could get a little bit dire as there still was a player into suicide, but they do actually hang on to that player advantage now. Slowly, they do of course want to be setting a foot onto the bomb site, but look at this. MVP have rotated over and are definitely ready to take a down if necessary, but you can see Big are still a little bit hesitant, very much aware of their back, hoping to kind of bait out a player, see if they can make things equal from the board, but MVP are certainly saying no to that.
Yeah, no indeed, and once again, a Molotov and Fatal, an incendiary in the pocket of Kerasi, and of course, they're not going to give this site up for free here. MVP Manka connects to Sana through the smoke, but Potya and the 2 remaining players here, they're all here. Every single MVP player, but Maria, she makes it so close. Oils it down to a 1 versus 1, but in the end, it's Fatal who reigns supreme. Bit of a good effort there, honest effort there for Mariam. In the end, it's not enough. Mariam boasting 111 ADR so far. She has certainly done her share of damage. She's heading out first here. This time as well, they're getting long completely for free. Gonna be playing it a bit faster here, more explosive. Only 1 smoke. Krasi though, from that short position, can be Molotov in the side. But I can't connect with the AWP shot.
Looks like they might want to be giving up the bomb plant. Of course, the initial utility on the side to delay things. Just waiting and being a little bit more patient this time around. Now they have Fatal up close. Knowing, of course, that eventually the utility for the T's also will be very low. Now, Mariam spots a couple of players, but at the same time will be taken out. And you can see how difficult it is for the Pistols to try and hang on in this duel. A couple of good tags there, but it's going to be D7 fighting from long. A nice one, Deke. But now, this bomb has already been defused. She will also go down in the end. And look at this. You know, it was a 2-2 affair. And now 6-2. And MVP are looking to really set themselves here in this first half. And again, their City side looking solid, similar like on Nuke.
Yeah, you can really see how things have kind of shifted around with Krasi. The amount of experience that this girl have in high pressure situations. Certainly nothing to put under the chair and fatal. Oh, that is excellent. Jenny was posted up and ready for that aggression. It gets completely shut down. Look at the reaction as well. They cleared out the tunnels. They know exactly where the remainder of the big players are located. This is gonna be tricky, but either. Oh, they have to be so wary here. Mariam finds Potja. Potja is trying to push that smoke. Akka picks up the... Oh, goes for a bit of the jump. The jump shots here. They're all gonna be swarming in. It's all down to Sana. She is caught in the middle of nowhere, unable to do much more. I absolutely love this reactive, I will call it a proactive City plays from MVP. This is multiple occasions. They're putting so much pressure on these players towards B and towards mid. They have no room to breathe, and even though they're posted up waiting for it to happen, they still manage to find the entries. And now once again we're gonna see this very aggressive setup towards tunnels. Jenny is gonna find one. Oh, she suspects. Potja, she's able to make her way out, but will they know about this though? Fatal, she has already pushed in behind them in upper tunnels. Takes out these 7, and now Jenny has to worry a lot. Goes back up, tries to equalize things again. Not much more to find there, but then it's Krasi's time to play aggressively. Caught Ida there. The shoulder as she's trying to throw out that Molotov to deny exactly this kind of play.
Now MVP can just keep 2 players each on the bomb side. And look at this, Fatal already ready. Oh no, the timing as soon as she jumped upon the box. Now Porsche at least is still here upon B, but you can see with an AWP things might become very tricky. But at the same time, right from behind, Cressy takes out her teammate, leaving it upon the shoulders. They almost line up, but simply too low health there for Zana to continue fighting with that. MVP, 8 rounds upon the board already, and keep in mind, you know, this is the game. If MVP win this, they still have a great shot of actually trying to tie up for 2nd place. If not, things will be very, very hard. But already, they're having one hell of a CT half, and the half is not even over yet.
Yeah, certainly so. And in the absolute most ludicrous scenario, we will be looking at a 3-way tie for the 2nd place in this group B. Should Astralis be able to continue their solid form from the previous week, and besting Navi Javelins? That's of course the game we have on our hands. One of the games we have on our hands tomorrow. Every single team on the 2nd base will sit at 6 points. Creeping up close to the smoke, here's Mariam. They have to find the right time to strike. Aimama is so ready for it. Takes out the first, and they are so blinded. But Jenny, she's able to find a trade and catch, they find more. Monka is already there, and now it's all down to Potja, but this is such a strong position for an Opera to hold. And there's a huge gap in the smoke. Sana, though, she's able to secure that last frag as Potja uncharacteristically perhaps misses one of her shots.
Yeah, with this, of course, they do creep in a little bit closer, but of course, there's not that many rounds left to work with. So if Big really want to be contesting, they need to be need to be able to do it now, because MVP are right now a little bit low on the money side. They're able to break that economy. There actually is a very good chance.
Good chance indeed. Be first time that Big has been able to get this close to executing onto the B-bomb site. They pounce out as before that smoke in the double doors have landed. Still a good chance here for versus 4, of course. Good positioning in tunnels by Sana. He has to hold on to this area because there are 3 players from the MVP team that is coming this in her direction. Can't get anything here.
I was so close again, but nonetheless it all crumbles in a matter of a couple of seconds. I thought perhaps it was a good initial hold, but it's simply too many angles to be looking at for Big, and they get sandwiched right on the side of it. Even with no kit on board, MVP, they still win it. That's now a 9th round on the board. That is a great advantage going into the second half already. It could become even bigger. The only good thing is Big Equipa, of course, on the back of having lost quite a couple of rounds in this half already. The money is still fine. They can buy up. But MVP, they just seem to be in control, Hedger.
Yeah, complete control, and it's this early aggression. And now look at this way that they've totally read the plan of Big Equipa. Mariam is face to face with Faisal. But there are 3 more CT players to be found. They cannot find anything, as it is all down to Jenny R, captain of Big Equipa. She's good for 1, but Potja, poster up from that car position, takes her out in the end.
And again, so nice and close and personal, but it's not quite working out. The advantage of the utility, it is all leaning. And the stars seem to be aligning here for MVP, and who would have thought that at the beginning of the map? Of course, it's not over yet, but they have a very good shot now of doing so. And that also means that, you know, if it were to be continuing in the same way it is continuing, a Big company winning 2 rounds in a row here in the Impact League, actually, yeah, a little bit shaky. Still fighting with the Mech 10, but definitely seems to be a tough job here against the rifles on the side of MVP. And with that, of course, the gap is slowly just getting bigger and bigger. The pressure is on to really buy up now in the last round and have a 4th. But honestly, 11-4, that scoreline is also very scary. I know, like, very good chance here for MVP to actually pick up a 12 here. And that's a bit of a deja vu. If we take a look at Inferno, we all know how that ended. It ended up in a 16-4 scoreline. That was in favor of Big, but now MVP, they could turn the tables. And now again, look at this aggression. It's 3 early openings. They're just prepared, and they, oh my goodness, even through the smoke, they absolutely bully around with Big.
Yeah, this is just brilliant. They've been giving up long control almost every single round, and then at the end of the half they decided they will no longer do that. Big question is, of course, if Big is going to be able to boast a huge comeback as we return after a quick break.
I'm standing in the corner watching the punches fly as the tears keep rolling down my eyes. I keep on moving, holding my hands up high, fighting through the minutes, through my life. Your comments are mean, but I'll take it easy. You're talking to sheep, you don't seem to know me. Say what you wanna say, it's not gonna hurt. I'll make it anyway. I'm a fighter. I can be what I wanna be, and though I've been burnt, I'll make it anyway. I'm a fighter. 'Cause I'm a survivor. Watch me, I'm a fighter. I'm following my path, I'm keeping this dream alive, never turning back, never run and hide. I keep on rising, reaching for the sky. You give me reason to survive. Your comments are mean, but I'll take it easy. You're talking to sheep, you don't seem to know me. Say what you wanna say, it's not gonna hurt. I'll make it anyway. I'm a fighter. I can be what I wanna be, and though I've been burnt, I'll make it anyway. I'm a fighter. 'Cause I'm a survivor. Watch me, I'm a fighter. My enemies live long, so they can see me progress. May my enemies live long, so they can see me progress. May my enemies live long, so they can see me progress. May my enemies live long, so they can see me progress. You can say what you wanna say, it's not gonna hurt. I'll make it anyway. I'm a fighter. I can be what I wanna be, and though I've been burnt, I'll make it anyway. I'm a fighter. 'Cause I'm a survivor.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, MVP is near to the brink here of winning this best of 3. Honestly, we didn't quite predict this, but they have had an amazing CT half already, and now they're only 4 rounds away of winning the entire match.
Oh, D7, she is in for a surprise, but she actually at least manages to take down one, but the immediate response from MVP is absolutely fatal. Oh, and Potja finishes things off with 2 quick headshots to Sana and Aida. This is looking very dire for Big.
Now the gap is 10 rounds ahead at this moment, and of course Big Equipa's gonna buy. They honestly don't really have a chance. Now, on the board, MVP, they will also have a scout onto Potja and a couple of Mech 10, so it's not the biggest investment just yet. The difference here, though, is the utility. You can already see the flashes start to rain. They actually don't do that much against D7, so she can actually sit tight, but Cressy still grabs the opening kill. They're very close upon the door and the window. to deal with the coming CTs. And already, so far, so good.
Yeah, very good indeed. And look at this big. They are just trying to hang on to these pistols and the Kevlar. Really very tough position to be in. Had such a strong start on Inferno, and then switching over to Nuke was kind of smelling a little bit of a comeback after they changed on towards that CT side, but in the end, MVP, they just came out on top.
(14-3) at the moment. It's crazy how fast this map has been as well. I expected actually a bit more of a closer affair, but after Inferno, which was a 16-4 in favor of Big, we thought, you know, Nuke coming after this, they had it in the bag. But then over on Nuke, it was almost as if the Big were second-guessing themselves a lot. The calls were not as sharp as over in Inferno. And that same kind of mentality, it seems to be transferring onto this second and now onto the third map as well. Xanadu still going strong. We'd love to see her shine with the scoped weapons, but nonetheless, actually, the MP9s make it quite heavy here for the T's. Now Manga can still hang on. Of course, they're all very much tucked into the side. This could still be the fight for MVP as Poche finds the kill with the AK, and the time is slowly taken away. There is a kid onto D7, but they need the kills fast.
They are able to get it and able to get on the defuse as well, just in the nick of time. And once again, this is kind of a repeat of what we saw on Nuke. When it matters the most, these players are able to find a little bit extra in order to at least secure a round on the boards. Krasi, unsure if she's been dropped over a weapon or if she's going to play this round with just a beagle. It's to be as such, but Potja has that off in hand. Doesn't find that initial frag there. She lives on. Heavy, long control. Maybe a little bit of a false security here as the pop flash comes through the door. Maria gets flashed by her own teammate. Sana, both Mariam and Aida is taken out, and Sana has a lot of players right behind this smoke. She gets one, she gets two, she knows where the third player is. That's huge from the young Portuguese player. Make that a quad kill to secure yet another round on the board in favor of Big Equipa.
We're not done just yet. And actually, similar like on Nuke, it was around this time that Big started to really get the things back going again. But over on Nuke as well, it seemed to be just a tad bit too late. They need to make up for so much loss already. And maybe they can do it. But it definitely won't come easy. Now, the good thing is, of course, MVP have run out of money. But look at this. The control. They might be able to grab it, actually. Not going to be happening. As middle does seem to be on lockdown and already so much damage dealt. Miriam also finds Pocha at the same time. Just leaves Manga all by herself. And we'll have a smoke right in her face. Can't do much. And with that, a nice clean round for Big. So this is exactly what you need. The confidence booster. But of course, the gap is still so big. We have seen time and time again, actually, also on LAN, that Big has been able to do it and come up top, even against these big names in the scene. But the pressure certainly is on.
Yeah, what Big Equipa has exactly that that LAN experience, that high pressure situation experience. They have the capability of boasting a comeback. Jenny though, she's gonna swing out on that flash, and it is brilliant. She gets one, she gets two. Mariam is right behind her, picks up Manka.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Fatal can do at this moment. The bomb, of course, is lost. And the CGs are so close, Hedget.
Oh, so close. Aida takes her out in the end. Gonna pick up, not gonna get to the AK in time though. But this is starting to look quite competitive. Not much money in the bank for MVP here. We're certainly going to be looking at pistol buy though, because they've had such good success with that in the past. Tactical timeout has been called as well. Now, this is the moment where we need to see a 10,000 IQ play. Look at that B spawn though.
Oh man!
Yes. This can be tough for the B anchor. Gonna look at the good rush B.
We have seen the Tech 9s especially really popping up.
I'm so scared right now.
Well, we are about to find out.
So scared. This is either meant to be quick from to lower tunnels, or this is the full rush B. That's what's happening here. A lot of initial damage from utility, and they are being shut down. Jenny, Aida, D7 on the pistol finishes things off here, and I was worried there. Because this is such a recipe for disaster, right? You have this quick rush. We saw it towards A side on Nuke, how this change in tempo can catch teams off guard sometimes, but Big, they were absolutely ready for a B rush.
Yeah, so they are creeping closer. 8-14 at the moment. And of course, they're still not on map points, so if they can try and prevent that... Ooh, look at this, the aim punch on that! That is nuts, and MVP took so much damage here over towards the middle already. That causes the reaction. Ada does find one. Cressy, doesn't matter that she's low, will strike back. So immediately all the action back into the middle. So we calm down ourselves a little bit. The bomb, of course, still over towards the spawn. And they're trying to spread out. I mean, actually, 2 players on long doors. And the rest still in tunnel. Perhaps to then, you know, just see if perhaps a player were to be pushing and then move back into short. Try and push. But this is suddenly scary territory. But Aima Mama does hang on and finds the kill onto Mariam.
Oh, this might be all that she wrote, but Sana, she's going to try to equalize, gonna be pushing in to check this long angle. Is she good for another? Yes, of course she is. Maybe even a third here, and she lands it directly onto pot, and that's once again where we see Sana able, with her aggressive positioning, picking them up one after another. So such crucial frags to find.
Oh, wait a second. This is interesting. MVP are calling another tactical timeout. And the money is still actually looking pretty rough on MVP. I were to expecting, you know, another post to be coming out for MVP on a buy. But I don't think that's quite going to be happening here just yet. Just a couple of pistols. Now they actually have a good long spawn, so perhaps they want to be trying to pull out another dicey play. I think towards long perhaps could be a bit more favorable you have a bit more room to work with. You could throw in a couple of flashbangs. But let's see how it will work out if Big Equipa are able to shut it down once again.
Yeah, of course. A player like Sana, she is gonna keep going for more, and that is Mariam as well. Spotted a player there. Sana from A side has managed to find one, find two. Maybe a triple. She's gonna keep peeking. She has her teammate there right next to her, Aida. Oh, but what is this? Sneaky beaky like try to find her way through the smoke, and that is now double digits for Big Equipa. And what a turnaround we have in this match. At one point we were looking at 14-3, and Big Equipa winning 7 rounds in a row now. They are looking very dangerous.
Now they're starting to get into the flow, and look at this. They're boosting up Sana right above the smoke. And actually, Cressy is not looking there at all, so they don't have that intel. Oh, but look at this. Ooh, they have moved away, luckily in time. They threw in a couple of pieces of utility, so keeps MVP at bay to make sure that Big can get away. They at least know that the AWP initially wasn't into middle. Now they certainly will be. All grouping up from tunnel and top of mid. And he actually has the bomb still over towards B. Now let's see where they're going to be going at again. Another great boost right above the smoke. And this time it's Jenny grabbing all the action. It's only good for one initial kill, but nonetheless a player advantage.
A player advantage, but not only that, they also are seeking out the territorial advantage, I would like to call it. So we've seen 2 players here regain control over that long area. Have a good setup as well, good crossfire in towards mid, but it's looking to be a short hit here. Mario hasn't spotted anyone yet. Krasi takes out the D7. That's a B player, but they're still gonna keep marching up on towards this short area here. Krasi takes out Aida. There's another one here to find though, and Potter, she spots out Mariam. Now only Jenny are left, and Potter, she is surely posted up on this angle. Jenny gonna try to sneak in a little bit of an elevated position here. Finds the first, drops down, has to hit this shot, but it is not able to do so. Potja, with that last kill onto Jenny, secures MVP, their 15th round.
Yeah, with that, it suddenly is only a single one to separate them between still staying in it or taking the victory. And of course, Big Equipa will be giving it everything they got. And fun fact, it's another tactical timeout for MVP. But I do understand this one. You want to make sure you're not going to be letting it throw away, because Big Equipa have had this massive win streak over here at the second half. And if it's going to come down to them, having the momentum favor them once more, and especially this round in particular, now MVP have won a round. So that means after this, they're not going to have quite a good loss bonus. They're pretty much fully invested into this. Only Potcher might have a buy after this. So this round certainly is going to be crucial to win it.
Yeah, of course. Still a lot of money in the bank for Big. So they can afford to... They can afford to lose many players here. The most important thing is that, of course, they cannot afford to lose this round. Information here has been conveyed. Potja is gonna be posted up here. Oh, she spots the shoulder but can't connect. But there it goes. Sana has been taken out. And now this is gonna be very difficult for the remainder of the big players, but Mariam close towards the site. Ida is also playing around this smoke. They're attempting to go for a little bit of a boost, but Mariam, she's got to keep on firing. Klaus is now taken out. Good use of that smoke, creating a little bit more space to work on for Faisal.
Oh, wow.
Mama is not fooled by the flash, and now they have the high ground. That is advantageous. Only D7 on a late flank coming out from long. She's searching for the players, but Hotya, she finishes things off, and it is MVP who has beaten Big. It went all the way. 3 maps, Vilas.
I wasn't expecting this at all, but what a beautiful play. And even just then, in that last round, they were